Hi, I'm Michael Chinnici. I'm from New York. I have an exhibit here in Zagreb, Croatia on Vanishing Cuba. It celebrates a book I produced 2021 called Vanishing Cuba. And it covers, at the time, 24 trips to Cuba. Now I've been up to 42 trips to Cuba. And I really did it. It's a photographic book, but it's also a storytelling book that has a lot of great stories about Cuban culture, the soul of Cuba. Yeah, my Vanishing Cuba book, produced in 2021, covers much of life in Cuba, the culture. I really tried to capture the soul of Cuba, both photographically and in stories. So it's a curated storytelling book about my 24 trips to Cuba at the time. Now I've been to Cuba over 42 times. And it's not about quantity and numbers, it's just about experiences, the different friends I've made and the experiences I've had, and how I've captured it both in photographs and in stories. I travel all over the world doing photography, and Cuba is very unique for various reasons. And the title of the book is Vanishing Cuba because what is unique about Cuba will vanish over time, more so than in other places. All cultures will transition. All of our cultures will. It's just a matter of when, 10 years, 50 years, 100 years. What's unique about Cuba is that after the revolution in 1959 and taking a country and turning it into communism and nationalizing everything, it really isolated Cuba on a lot of levels, especially with the United States and their embargo. Of course, it wasn't the same with other countries, but Cuba over time, over the last 60 years, has fallen behind and has just kind of been isolated. And it's that isolation that makes it even more unique than a typical, country that hasn't seen any growth or any expansion in a 60-year period. And on top of that, Cuba has a very unique culture to start with. Everybody always describes the Cuban people as incredibly nice, very hospitable, welcoming. They're so kind, such a kind people. And that combined with the shortages of all kinds of things that they've dealt with makes them incredibly humble. And it's something that has affected me in many ways. So for that reason, when you look at the photographs I've taken throughout much of Cuba, I've been to most of the country, you really get a sense of their passion for things, their resilience, the soul of Cuba, and how hope has kind of gone away over time. There's not a lot of places where there is no hope, and the hope just keeps going lower and lower and lower. So you have this sometimes it's desperation, sometimes it's just an acceptance of what it is. Yet one of the things I say in my book several times, there's the saying of, is the glass half full or is the glass half empty? And most human beings would live with the glass is half full, or the glass is half full for a period of time, just a short period of time, before they get kind of upset and wonder, when is it going to be, just half empty? The Cubans seem to do that year after year after year. They just seem to always look at it with a positive attitude. Like, it will eventually get filled. It will. It's just a matter of time. So that's another unique thing that comes through in Cuba. My book is produced in 3 editions: a silver edition, a deluxe edition, and a reserve edition. The silver edition is almost sold out. I think you can still get a couple of copies left on Amazon or directly from vanishingcuba.com. The deluxe edition is still available, and the reserve edition, which is really a collector's edition. It's a beautiful book that opens up like a clamshell, and it's very unique in the way it's produced, and it comes with 3 prints. That's available only directly from the website, vanishingcuba.com. I said when I did the book I wouldn't do another book, but I don't know, there's so much content, maybe there's another book in the making. We'll see. We're also talking about possibly doing a Vanishing India book. And India is a country that has such a unique history as well, and there's so much that can change in India over the next 50 to 100 years. And so maybe there's a Vanishing India book in there in the future, we'll see. That's also a country that I've been to over 20 times. So yeah, so you may say to yourself, how do you go to Cuba 40 times? How do you go to India 20 times, et cetera, et cetera? And I've been to, I don't know, over 70 countries around the world. We have a company called Photo Workshop Adventures, which takes people who are interested in photography, enthusiasts, semi-pros, et cetera, to different countries around the world. We do tours in over 40 countries, and usually very interesting places that we go to. And so that has afforded me the ability to travel along with the rest of our team. So that's been great. And even here in Croatia, which is where the exhibit is, I've been here probably about 20 times. I've been in Zagreb probably about a dozen times. Feels home at times, as I've been coming here for, I guess, about 15 years. So, yeah.